Hello, Tianyu. Hello,
Hello, everyone.
Hero. Hello, Nico.
Hi guys.
Hello, Itai. Yeah,
Yes.
great to see you here. So I believe our next discussion on the blockchain media will be very inspiring. So stay tuned. I'll start with my first question. I mean, as blockchain continues to evolve, how does a growth of blockchain media outlets differ from their traditional counterparts? I mean, I would like to start with Tianyu. Your ideas?
Sure. Thanks for having me today. This is Tianyu Yang from teamz Inc. So the difference between traditional media and blockchain media, we can see some points here. I want to share some points with everyone. Point one, I think blockchain media has more deep contents. Why I say this? Because the range of traditional media is so much bigger than blockchain media, right? So the reason is very simple, because blockchain or crypto industry is still very new, and the news in this industry are still very limited. So this make blockchain media contents are more deep and professional. So it's very hard to find some, like say, daily news or information, even connect with startup stories. The more news or information that we could find every day in blockchain media is more focusing on blockchain technology and positive or even negative news about cryptocurrencies. So this is point one. Blockchain media has more deep content.
Yeah.
Point two, I would say, as blockchain media, we are more international and global.
Okay.
Blockchain media is more global than traditional media, that I want to say.
Yeah.
It can show in blockchain media contents. You can see a lot of great media platform has a lot of language support.
Yeah.
And even the team are quite diversity and international. Compared with other traditional industry, blockchain communities still very small, as we know. So only depending on one areas or one language cannot give, let's say, our audience enough news. Also, this will make blockchain media platform very difficult to attract international fans. So this make blockchain media became more international than traditional media. The last point, point three, I think blockchain media needs to connect with SNS channel. Another, we also can say social media SNS channel is sort of equivalent for blockchain media. Here's more connect with point two, because of blockchain media has the international character.
Yeah.
This made blockchain media needs to work more close with the global social media like Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah.
Not only give news and information in your own platform, also needs to connect with the global social media platforms to transfer information even out of your country. So this made blockchain media need to be very good performance in the social media platforms. So
Thank you very much, Tianyu. Thank you very much. So Hero, also would like to have your voice here. Thank you.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah. Hello, can you hear me, Hero?
Yes, and this is my turn
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, please go ahead.
And first of all, thank you for inviting me today. And then let's start with first question. I think blockchain media and traditional media share many common properties. However, as a blockchain industry media, it is born with inherent characteristic of blockchain. And first is same as crew. My first is globalization, and blockchain and digital economy has their own genes of blockchain globalization. Project financing, target investment, and digital asset transaction are all globalized and 24/7. So does the blockchain media. For example, the consensus conference held by CoinDesk has been a grand gathering for communication and discussion of global blockchain operating since 2015. So based on this, our company, which is Block Global, established block technology in China in March 2018, Coin in Korea in June, Block Times in Taiwan in August, Bcast in Thailand, and also Bcast in Thailand in 2019, which basically complete the distribution of Asia media. The globalization of blockchain media conforms to the globalization of blockchain industry and promotes the global development of blockchain industry. And the second is distributed. The typical feature of the blockchain industry is that it forms an ecological cycle with token incentive and get rid of the traditional centralized governor structure. Blockchain media with its distributed genes all attach great importance to the development of columnists for hoping to make the media contract more richer and more objective and credible by means of distributed governance and organization. At present, limited by the policies of local government, the governance genes of blockchain media distribution is limited version, because the current media distribution does not have the incentive attribution of ecological token. But I think in the future, the development direction of media should be the same as Bitcoin. The collection, dissemination, and diffusion of contents are all carried out by the community, and the corresponding ecological token reward will be given to the contributors. So as to create, to create truly distributed community autonomy framework. And the last one is trust. The internet solves information problems. Blockchain solves trust problem. At present, limited by speed and efficiency of blockchain operation, blockchain media is mostly based on internet rather than the blockchain. But however, blockchain media should be built on the blockchain in the future, and all media information can be recorded on the chain. The truth of the information cannot be guaranteed, but disclosure of source of the information is searchable and impossible to modify. And it will avoiding problems that cannot be solved by traditional media, such as false information on the internet and cyberbullying. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, Nico Lee, and I also want to have your perspectives on this. So how do you see?
Okay, this is a very interesting question because personally, I come from the traditional media, Phoenix TV. 7 years ago. It's a long time story.
That. Yeah.
I think the biggest difference lies in the roles of blockchain media. In the blockchain industry, media doesn't only take the responsibilities of reporting on facts, distributing news, and connecting resources, but also participate in the development of the industry from technical, community, and product service-wise. This is a very unique, very interesting industry. Blockchain is still in its infancy and has a certain degree of technical barriers, shortcomings, whatever. Only with the product development and technical integrations that cater to users' needs, as well as an in-depth understanding of the whole industry ecosystem, can blockchain media better contribute to the industry development and take care of the real needs of industry insiders and entrepreneurs. Yeah. Personally, ChainDD and we are working on it, industry to put industry combined with the blockchain technology to try to a new way to finding out some new business model of the, transfer from the traditional media business model to another level. So that's my view. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Itai, sorry to put you at the last.
Kind of technical knowledge stops. And today they're mostly kind of, especially now with the right now all-time high of Bitcoin, it's really all about Bitcoin. And I think that blockchain media is one of the only places where blockchain projects can really tell their story, because it's the only place possible. But I do unfortunately see a trend of a lot of blockchain media becoming crypto skeptic, as in a lot of blockchain media is feeling that they're here to cover blockchain and Bitcoin, but they're not here to cover the other cryptos and that big world as well. So that is a path that I hope that will not be as strong as I see, because there is a very vibrant community which is active, but a lot of mainstream media is missing it right now just because they have a very bad public perception of crypto as a whole. But I think that we're bridging that gap, and of course Bitcoin is doing a very, very good job. But I think that a crypto press has to give crypto a bit more chance and not just become another place for Bitcoin. And that is something that I hope that we will see evolve as well.
Thank you very much. I'll start with my second question. I mean, you guys are in a very leading blockchain media level, right? So what's your opinion on the role that blockchain media plays in the whole blockchain sector? Let's start from Tianyu. Would like to have your voice.
Okay, sure, no problem. For me, I think blockchain media has two core roles in the whole industry.
Okay.
One is definitely the education role.
Okay.
Through blockchain media, make more blockchainer, we say, inside of the community, and understand what's exactly happening every day in our industry. At the same time, through some of the basic, the basic information sharing, give let more people understand blockchain, what is blockchain, what is cryptocurrency. Try to exploit the community little by little. This is very important. So that is the education role. Another role is the core power. I would say the core power to push blockchain industry go to the next step, which we say blockchain 3.0. So in that step, blockchain media needs to be more professional. We know we are professional. We are professional enough already, but we need to be more professional and needs more international. Because information giving will be always the superpower to make the new industry go to the next step. Yeah,
interesting. Yeah. So here also, what is your take?
In my opinion, there are three roles of blockchain media in the whole blockchain industry. First role is better mouse. The development of blockchain industry needs the support of traditional technology, capital, policy, and other aspects. And blockchain is an industry with high threshold. So it is difficult for ordinary people to deeply understand its core and concept for the first time. According to statistics, at present, there are only 13 million blockchain operations in the world, according for only 1/200 of global population. This volume is still very, very small. However, blockchain media can help people outside the blockchain industry gradually understand the blockchain and industry related and reduce the threshold of participants. And second is purifier. Blockchain industry is in a period of rapid development and mixture of good and bad things, which is inevitable in the early stage of industry. As the messenger of a information in the industry. Blockchain media, on the one hand, imparts all kind of news, government politics, and news reports of industry in a fair, objective, and natural manner, so that the industry can understand in industry trend in a timely, comprehensively, and real way. On the other hand, it also play a role in disclosing and deterring false projects and vicious events in the industry. The publicity of good events can protect the interests of all kinds of participants in the industry and can eliminate the adverse factors of industry and purify the ecology of the whole industry. As an information carrier within the industry, blockchain media can provide the industry with timely, comprehensively, and factual understanding of industry trends, while exposing and intimidating industry false business and malicious events to the public, protecting the interests of participants in various sectors and purifying the overall ecosystem. And the third one is in adhesive and like voluntary converter are able to reach out to industry-specific news, institutions, and individuals, thus making necessary connecting and funding. And thank you.
Thank you very much. And Nico, I would like to know how ChainDD really define their role at the blockchain media. Yeah.
Okay. There are so many, so many people exist in this industry. Genius, the entrepreneurs and startups and cheaters, lots of people. So I think media, I think media acts as a mirror in the blockchain industry. It follows the growth and changes of the whole industry, 24/7, without taking a single break. Media constantly reflects on the darkness of the industry and spare no effort to show, newcomers a real landscape of this industry. Some kind of education, that people to know what is bad, what is wrong, what is right, what is the right way to go. So I think the mirror, it acts as a mirror.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Simple, but really meaningful, concept for this. I like this word, a mirror, like this. Yeah, thank you very much. Itai, so what's your idea, on this?
Sure. I think that blockchain media's role is so, I'll put it this way. I think there's a very big disconnect. There's a lot of people who want to learn about projects and a lot of projects who want to explain. But right now, the big winners of this are platforms like Medium or Telegram, where unfortunately also on the project side, I feel the discussion isn't good. It's a bit too shilly. But the media doesn't want to tell that story as well because they want news. So the problem is that projects make bullshit announcements because they think that maybe media will cover it. It's just this kind of like a vicious cycle where I feel that that is the biggest disconnect. There are a lot of people who really want to learn about what's happening, but it's or you learn it on someone's Medium, and then there's no middleman, there's no filter, there's no someone who's telling the story, or you have to make these kind of announcements and pitch it. So I do feel that one of the biggest roles of media is to educate about things that are happening in the space. That has to also do with technology, and I think that right now. The biggest winners are Medium, Telegram, and WeChat, Twitter, and unfortunately not the big media outlets who are becoming a bit too obsessed with headlines and acquisitions and partnerships and are not educating enough just about the actual technology, the use cases, the different platforms. So it's something that I see as a very big gap.
Thank you very much. So you guys all know I work for CoinTelegraph Group, right? So Cointelegraph as a leading media, blockchain media. I mean, we are doing literally what you guys are talking about. Okay, thank you. So let's move to our next question. We talk about the decentralized story, right? Like IPFS, those BDFS sort of things. So like these storage projects connect closely with the media. So how do you guys view its development? I mean, rather, either it's community or some other things. How do you see this? Let's start with Tianyu. Yeah.
Okay, about here, I think I have more information I want to share with everyone. I think for this question, we have 2 points of views to see decentralized storage. Okay,
great.
One is about your money, and one is about your money, and another one is about your data. So first, about the money part is definitely DeFi. Is becoming a very, very key word for the whole year, even 2020. So until today, there are more than we see 2 sectors from here. One is the people, another one is the money.
Okay.
There are more than 1 million people already jumped into DeFi community, DeFi industry, right?
Yeah.
And just get the data from Cointelegraph today. Uniswap just passed $50 billion in all-time volume last week. That is crazy, incredible. And there are more than $140 billion are rolling in DeFi industry. So from these 2 numbers, we can tell DeFi is already past the first step.
Okay.
We
Great.
exactly can say probably it's the period before the boom coming. That is personal my understanding. So the reason is very simple. Why DeFi get a lot of attention from the whole industry? It's very simple because DeFi catch the basic needs from users, which is money self-control, right? So at the same time, DeFi will make more and more people who doesn't have the ability. We say we can tell there's a lot of poor people, especially people living in Africa, right? They don't have the right to make a centralized, let's say, exchange, even account.
Yeah, with the bank system.
So then people will make the whole industry, whole community growing bigger and bigger. So that's why I'm so passionate about DeFi these days. Even in Japan, because my company based in Japan, Tokyo. This year, from government, from FSA, from JBA, Japan Blockchain Association, there's a lot of information out about DeFi, and also some of the DeFi projects exactly rolling in Japan, Tokyo now. Like one, I know it's like Mulan Finance. Even depending on Japanese community, they are rolling pretty good. So this is first about DeFi. And about data, that is definitely, as you say, IPFS, Web 3.0, are the 2 keywords happening at this moment. I think just like DeFi, decentralized storage also, get the basic needs from the market. IPO needed, medium company needed, startups, even personal as a client, right? Everywhere needs decentralized storage services because it helps people grow the data security because it's so much secure, and at the same time, it's cut the cost. It cuts the cost for the data storage. So very exciting to see more and more decentralized storage projects coming in the near future.
Great. Thank you very much. And Hiro, if you have anything to add here.
Basically, my idea is very similar with Tianyu Yang, because in 2020, the major focus of blockchain industry is DeFi and IPFS, Filecoin curves, and like everybody knows. And I also saw many articles these days talking about DeFi, and Itai is also doing their own DeFi project and so on. But in my personal opinion, because I'm living in Korea and I'm to take care of Korea industry, I think DeFi is very, very early stage for now, because people want to use DeFi, but they don't know how to use still. And in Korea, they are very afraid of using new things. So when Uni and Sushi and every DeFi is very like going very high, the price goes very up, and everybody's crazy about DeFi. Korea people didn't care that much about DeFi, and for now they are trying to do DeFi, and so I think in Korea it's very, very early stage, but for globally, I think for the next year or 2022, DeFi also will be very
Okay,
hot in
now
this
I
industry.
know where
Thank you.
where will be the next booming market in DeFi market. So let's go to Korea. Educate people there.
Yeah, I think it's very.
Right?
Yeah, I agree with you. But
Okay.
it's maybe very difficult.
Thank you very much. Like Nico from ChainDD, if you have anything to add for, I mean, this perspective.
Okay, if we come back to the topic of the relationship between the media and the decentralized storage, I think media doesn't have an internal connection with the essence of decentralized storage. First of all, the core mission of media is to record and to spread instead of to store. You know, lots of people can take over that duty. Even there is a need to store centralized distribution methods and physical storage are capable of catering to media's needs, you know. However, as for a business society, calculation and storage are unquestionably the basis of digitalization development and the future world. The distributed development will become a great catalyst for the rise of digitalized business and digitalized productive relations. I think the two sides of a coin. You know.
Thank you very much. And Itai, if anything to add here. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I think that one of the really cool things that the decentralized storage brings to media is, so if, let's say 10 years ago when social media came in, and we all thought that the gatekeepers are gone and it's all going to be great and we can control our own media, we saw that we created new gatekeepers. They're called Facebook or Apple or Twitter. But now with the new, I think, possibilities, we all can become our own Facebooks and Twitters, and we can become our own networks. We can become our own monetization platforms. You see that with influencer marketing, of course, growing. So today, I think that already now we see that traditional media model of monetization doesn't work. They don't sell newspapers anymore. They moved to CPM ads, which also are not really working that day. A lot of it was based on events. A lot of crypto media was based on events, Block Show and Consensus. So we see that there's a very big opportunity, I think, for independent media creators, independent curators to become their own platforms via these technologies and monetize and create completely new channels. So I feel that decentralized storage can bring the social media revolution to lower tier people and maybe really help us break some monopolies, because I feel like the social media giants are getting just too big for us these days.
Yeah, that's all awesome. Thank you very much, guys, for sharing your excellent ideas on those questions. I mean, blockchain media taking a great role to educate the people, or let's say, like as a core power, as Tianyu just mentioned. I mean, it's important. And also, by delivering something to decentralize the storage, I think for content creators and our communities, they will get a reward a lot by doing this. So I mean, a new monetization, as you just mentioned, also very, very important. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much for attending this event. I hope to see you soon. Let's stay tuned. Bye-bye. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.